Oh, hey, how you doing? Hopefully it's great. It's towards the end of the year as I'm making this, so it's a great time to reflect and think about our lives. Maybe you're thinking about yours. Maybe you're not exactly where you want to be in life. How's your health? How's your wealth? How's your relationships? Those are the top three for me. I'm curious. I'm curious about people because I've had my own experiences, and then I see other people living their lives, and I think, what are they experiencing? What decisions are they making? What adaptive or maladaptive behaviors have they built into their lives or belief system that they've bought into or been indoctrinated into that they've never questioned, or maybe they built it themselves. Um, what is a victim mentality? What is ownership mentality? What does all that stuff mean, right? Why do you have some people more successful than others when they started in the same place? That's what got me into mindset and psychology and trying to understand my own issues and problems and maladaptive tendencies in my family structure and generational trauma, things like that. And it's curious because you can find out a lot about yourself. I've been studying the brain for several years now. I kind of lost track, and the idea that we can rewrite our identities with repetition, as long as we're steering it in a certain direction, and you're gonna have a big imagination for yourself and your life and what you're capable of. We can do anything, but not everything, is a good saying. And maybe you're genetically predisposed to a specific path, but even then, your destiny is not written for you yet. What am I getting at? I want us all to free ourselves from these ideas that we have to do anything. I want to free it up. Like, you know what? It's all by choice. We're kind of like RPG characters in like Dungeons and Dragons or something, and you can choose to be chaotic or orderly or whatever it is. We do have a nature, but where does that come from? John Locke said it was tabula rasa, which means clean slate. Other people would argue that you have an essence that you're born with, and you can kind of see that in animals too. They have like personalities. So I don't want to get too far into the whole soul argument, but we're not entirely genetically predisposed, is what I want to free people from that little thing as well, because we know through neuroplasticity that you can fire and wire specific neurons in your brain and rewrite essentially your identity and how you think, and you can train yourself with different behaviors because you have a thought. Typically, then you have emotion, then you have an action or an activity. And if you do that enough times, it becomes your character. So, knowing this, I've been working on this myself, and now I share with other people. That's why mindset's so huge. If you want to change your life, you got to change your mind. You got to change to change. You've probably heard that before, maybe. A lot of times it has to do with pain. If you're comfortable and you're satiated, you're not going to want to change. You're going to want to stay exactly where you're at. Your brain is designed to keep you alive, not design a beautiful life for yourself. So that's when your awareness comes in and your consciousness, and you can actually grow that to become more conscious of your surroundings and your actions and the results of those things. Then when you begin to peel back those layers, you can get to the root of what's causing the results in your life, which is ultimately your choices. That's what your power is, in your choices. And you're going to start to steer your life in a different direction and actually have willpower. It's where willpower comes from, essentially, if you're aware. So it's another term, self-aware autonomy. It's where you're actively steering and setting your sail to catch the wind to steer you in a specific direction, as opposed to just being blown around and ending up wherever and rolling the dice and hoping the world chooses right for you. It's kind of a scary way to live life. So another question for you. Yeah, who are you? What are you building towards? If you just want to float with the tide, that's fine. I typically speak now to people who are swimming for something, but they struggle with it because they floated before and now they're trying to swim towards something. And that's in the realm of business, because this is basically my story as well. So I help people that are on a similar path as me, and we all get together and we talk about our goals together. And I want that for other people because it's been huge for me. So, yeah. Read business books if you want to get better at business. Pick up a guitar and start to strum at it if you want to get better than that. I'm self-taught guitarist. Started lifting weights, didn't have that identity as a weightlifter until I did it enough times. Then my brain clicked over and said, wow, Spencer is a weightlifter. That's my name, by the way, if I didn't introduce myself. Point being is you can become whatever the hell you want to, even at an older age. We know this through neuroplasticity, that you're consistently firing and wiring specific neurons depending on what you do and how you think, that actually grow new connections. So if you pick up music or you juggle, you're connecting both hemispheres of your brain. You're promoting more connections. They actually grow. They increase. So Get after it. Do well for yourself, because then your family will do better, and the people around you will do better, and then your community gets stronger, and then society doesn't fall into a heaping pile of steaming trash. Which, if it does, I mean, it did before. Maybe it's just history repeating itself, or maybe we're not learning from the lessons. I think there's more at work here, which is, it makes everything, it brings back the childlike curiosity of, oh, what's going to happen? This is exciting. And leaves a lot of things wide open, not only for interpretation, but also for direction that you can take in your life. So free your mind, free your life, feed your mind and your body, train heaven and earth. I was going to start with earth, but it rolls off the tongue better when you say heaven and earth, heaven being your mind, earth being your body. I got that from Naruto, believe it or not. Okay, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Have a wonderful day, all of you beautiful people, and get after it, because the world is your oyster, or something like that. Fortune favors the bold. Take a chance on yourself. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Start stacking evidence in favor of who you want to become, because then your identity will shift into that person. So it starts with mindset and imagining big pictures or big things for your life, and then taking steps towards that each day. Love you. Bye.